Hello everyone, and welcome to another Battlecast brought to you by me, Pruitt, who I have recently changed my Battle.net name to Ender. A little known trick, you can send an email to Blizzard requesting a name change if, in my example, my character name was my real name, and they deem it appropriate to change. So yeah, I got a free name change. How cool is that? So on this, I'm Ender, and in a one-on-one, I'm going up against Captainjerm in this rematch. So let's go ahead and get everything started. It is a Terran versus Terran. And for this match, this is a new strategy that I've been reading about. I kind of added my own little twist to it. And this is the first time taking it to a live game against a human opponent. It worked out real good on the very hard mode against the PC, so I figured, what the heck. You know, I'm a gold member level, or I'm sorry, gold ranking, whatever you want to call it, in the one-on-one category. Working my way to platinum. So, Captainjerm, looks like he's going to try to block off his ramp, going for that early supply depot. I go for one a little bit later, going for one at 10. Not really worried about blocking off my ramp. I am against a Terran opponent. If I was up against Zerg, I'd be concerned with Zergling Rush, and I definitely want to block that ramp off. But not too big of a concern here. Marine versus Marine. It's not like they can do a run by and get up near my SCVs and wipe me out or anything. So doing the 12 barracks, same here. We're both kind of catching up with each other and continue to pump out those SCVs. A little slow here at the beginning. I'll go ahead and speed things up a little bit just till we can get a few things underway, and I'll kind of guide you through my little strategy here. The basic idea is to defend yourself in the early game, not really concentrating much on an offensive, but you're going to go for mid-game economy superiority. I don't know how well this would work against Zerg, because you'd have to be worried about Zergling Rush, and this doesn't really allow you room to build that second depot to block off your ramp. So you see I've got my command center going up real early in the game. I've got my orbital command coming up extremely early, basically the same time I started building my command center. And my opponent is bringing up a reactor. He's got an orbital command as well, but entirely different strategy. So as soon as my orbital command was done, I used that extra supplies. And that saves yourself 100 minerals and some time. So now I'm up to 21 of 27 instantly, which is great. Continue to pump out Marines and SCVs. Get some more barracks. I'm not sure why I'm not making more Marines, but here any second I should be. Command Center's finally done. I'll go ahead and send my SCV down here. This gives me some extra cushioning against an early attack. So my opponent does have that reactor up. He's got a lot of resources here, and he's not really doing much with them. I mean, he could be spending a whole bunch on Marines down here so that they're continuously running and continuously being made, but looks like his attention's focused elsewhere. He's getting up factory, starport, all at the same time. He's already up to 2 gas. Look at this. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 SCVs on his minerals. Now he does have a mule, but if you take a look here at the income tab, I have 26 harvesters to his 14. I have 2 bases. I am absolutely dominating him. Now he does have more gas than me, but at this stage I'm not really too concerned with gas, because I'm just getting up a small defensive Marines. With this bunker being the backbone. Great thing about bunkers is, let's just say we're at the mid-game and I decide I don't need it anymore, I can salvage it back. It takes 5 seconds to finish as long as there's no Marines in the bunker, and I get 100% of my mineral count back. So it's basically a free building. You know, it's great. So he's going to continue pumping out Marines, not getting upgrades. Got some siege tanks coming. I mean, he could be getting stim pack right now. He's got enough resources. Reactor coming. Going to start pumping out some medevacs, no doubt. Some more siege tanks, and he does have a few more SCVs this time around, but I mean, his microing is just, it's leaving a lot to be desired. You know, he's only made 2 more SCVs since last game, whereas I'm up an additional 8, now 9. And I mean, the difference is very clear. My economy is more than double his, so you know, better economy, the more you can pump out, which I still need to be a little bit better at. I got the economy part of this strategy down, but as you can see, I have 700 minerals myself, and I'm not doing much with them. I do have a guy building multiple supply depots. For those of you who don't know, you can see these other 2 queued up from the same SCV. If you hold shift down and give him a command to build, as long as you're holding shift down, he'll continue building the same thing. It's a really great trick. It works for all 3 well, I guess it doesn't really work too much for Zerg because the drones become the building. But for Protoss and Terran, it works great. You can just queue up all the commands and then go off and concentrate on something else. So I do send this Marine in. I want to scout. He makes the mistake. I mean, you saw my Marine just walk on by those guys, you know. So he's right-clicking, which tells me he's not too adept with movement. You know, he's going to try for a little drop here. I didn't know it at the time, but these were actually empty, if I'd have known that. But here you'll see the greatness of this bunker. I'm able to take down most of that army. Bring in my siege tank for a little backup. My tanks have siege. His do too. I'm not sure why he's not utilizing it. I should have pursued those tanks and taken them down with my Marines, but I didn't. So, if we switch over to my view, I can pretty much see everything he's got. He can see a little bit of my base, but here these Zelnaga towers, they're really helping me out. Not as great on this level as others, but I can see any side attacks coming in, hopefully. So here I'm starting to build some reactors. I've got this on player camera now, so you can see the game as I was playing it. So, trying to keep as much going on in this game as I can. There's a lot to spend. I've got 1,500 minerals. I need to make sure I'm spending this stuff properly. As soon as I get my starport up, I want a Viking. I need to scout, and I need a Viking's just a perfect unit in my opinion for scouting on Terran. They're fast. They're not too expensive. You know, 150 minerals, 75 gas. That's not too bad. Not something you'd want to just throw away, but. So, got some tanks coming out, support my base a little bit. Take a look. He is starting to bring in some more troops up, but if you look at the income tab, he's only at 16 harvesters, which really is incredible. I mean, he's got 200 gold, 200 minerals. He is getting an engineering bay for some reason. Should be pumping out more SCVs, or at the very least expanding, because he does have me contained right now. Yeah, I am at 2 bases, but as you'll see here real soon, I believe I try to sneak an SCV over, and he takes me out real quick. So he's going to try to make a push on my expansion, and all I do is, here and just, well, I mess up big time right here. I just thought I could stem those Marines up and get him in there and take that tank out, but good luck. But I do put my, if you select your SCVs and you right-click on this repair button, they'll actually automatically repair any buildings in the vicinity. So they're going to keep that orbital command going, just to kind of keep him distracted. It's kind of a time sink for my minerals. I'm not really benefiting from this very much. But it is occupying him, so it could be worse. And at this point, I realize, you know what? The only way I'm going to win is to just go for air. I did do a scan of his base a few seconds ago. Yeah, see, there's a little bit. And I'm like, wow, this guy has nothing. So he does start getting some missile turrets up, probably to protect himself from a drop. I don't know. But again, he's only at 17 harvesters. I'm 20 harvesters ahead of this guy. I really should have more minerals going on, but I am keeping this repaired. You know, these siege tanks are doing 50 damage a shot. So it's 100 damage every... I don't know what weapon speed. I don't know what that equates to in terms of seconds, but... decided it's best to go ahead, build a command center in my base, lift it off, and try to get it over here to one of these rich mineral fields. Because I did try to sneak an SCV over, and obviously that SCV doesn't stand a chance. So I'm just going to play the waiting game. Make him keep trying to take that down. You know, it is sucking some minerals, but I do still have one base. Got plenty of SCVs up here mining away. You know, I got these mules coming in. Another command center going up. And I've got a lot of Vikings on the way. So I got 10 right now, with several more incoming very soon. Plus I am able to still get some of this Vespene gas here. So again, if he had more harvesters and a better economy here, like he's just got one SCV just sitting there. I'm sure he's probably got them other places on the map too. Yep, there's another one. There's another one. So he's got 3 of his 17 SCVs. So what is that? 1/5 of his SCVs are basically doing absolutely nothing. 1/6, whatever you want to call it. They're doing nothing, which they should be mining, you know. But he is bringing in some mules, so he is cognizant of his mineral problem, but it's just not doing much for him. He has an enormous amount of gas built up. Here come my Vikings. Now, he's not going to be able to make much of a push up here. He does have, you know, this has got a siege tank, a couple marauders, but if he even tries to bring him into my base, you know, I've got all these Marines just ready to go. I've got this, wasn't paying attention to it, but I do have expansion up. There goes his only base. You know, he's down to next to nothing for minerals. He does try to move in and do a drop. He didn't manage that one very well. So, pretty much fail. I'm going to go ahead and send in everything I've got. You know, he can see it's a good game. So, yeah, trial test on the new Terran strategy is results in a victory. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.